first professional fight? It was like WEC, was it 1 or 2? Which one was it?
Yeah, I think it was considered a WEC. You know, before that, I had like these 2 amateur fights. They called them amateur, 2 in one night. I feel like I got paid. I considered them pros.
Yep.
But yeah, WEC was in Lemoore, Indian Reservation, Central California, and yeah, I had my first fights over there. That's where I kind of started my career.
And that was Reed Harris was still a part of that, right? He was head of it?
Yeah, Reed Harris, and there was one other guy from San Luis Obispo. Like, I feel bad that I forgot his name because he's been forgotten, you know?
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah.
I was still in high school when I looked at that. I graduated in 2005, so I was probably a sophomore or freshman at that time.
Wow.
2002, when I was looking it up, I was like, how long has this man been fighting? You've been fighting for a very long time. Obviously, you're retired now.
Sure.
But your journey, you fought in WC, you fought in Pride, you fought in Shuto, you fought in UFC, you fought a lot in Strikeforce.
That's right.
That is a long, successful career.
Yeah, thank you.
But let's talk about the beginning of it, where you were in WC, and then I felt like you transitioned from WC to Shuto Pride, because the first time I saw you, you have this Mexican guy over in fucking Japan, rocking the little Jerry curl fro.
Yeah, you know it.
Fucking banger fights. Talk to me about the WC in those days and you fighting in Pride.
Yeah, WC was awesome, right? Like, I was a college wrestler at SF State, met Jake Shields, got me into the fight scene, kind of like, you know, didn't click with the SF State wrestling team as much as I clicked with the Gracie Fighter fight team, right? I want to hang out with some gangsters, you know what I mean? Just fucking around, some gangbangers, you know? Anywho, yeah, so I kind of gravitated towards that, and Jake kind of took me to Caesars, and sure enough, you know, like, you know, I got into the fight, you know, the fight scene out there, and one of the shows out there was WEC, you know, and I had the opportunity to fight on it on, you know, a short notice out there, and it was awesome backstage. I think like Serious Pimp was like a sponsor. There was a guy, Cole Escovedo, was the champ at that time over there. And man, it was just fun. Indian Reservation, a tent, just like no real rules out there. Just lining up to fight and go test yourself. I had one fight there, and then I fought, it was called Return of the Legend. I jumped on that one, and Frank Shamrock was actually the main event.
Wow.
You know, so, you know, got good exposure, got a fight in WEC, and then I became the WEC champ, fought this guy, Olaf Alfonso, who was like, I don't know, this crazy guy who trained in the bushes in the trees, and yeah,
sound like Death Sentence.
Yeah, they loved him. Yeah, exactly. He was before he was like them before them, dude. He was. If he had an Instagram, he'd be like blowing up. Yeah. But I dipped him on his head. I beat him up. It was like my first championship. You know, my dad came in to watch me. It was outdoors. A lot of people watched me, and you know, like at that time, you're fighting because you love it, right? Yeah. You know, there's not real paycheck. I don't know if there's a future. Like, after that win, I started thinking like, hey, maybe there's an opportunity I can go, you know, travel the world because of this. And I went to go fight in Hawaii on Rumble on the Rock. I beat a really good Hawaiian at that time. And that kind of got me invited to go fight in Shudo, Japan, where I fought like 4 or 5 times. Ruben Osato, this guy Yumatsu, Takaya. And yeah, that was my journey to get to, you know, to Pride and all that stuff out there. Yeah.
And starting with the beginning, you said it like there was no money in it, right? So what were you doing while you were fighting? Were you working full time to supplement the income? Because it's like you probably fight in WC back in 2002. It was what, maybe 500 the show, 500 the win, or what was it?
Yeah, I'm a young man. I'm like 20, 21 years old, 22, you know, so like no family, just got to rent a room. You know, I think I was a restaurant server for a while. You know, I was a restaurant server. I was I did that I was at Rainforest Cafe downtown over here, got good tips, Olive Garden for a while. But eventually, like, I started working in the gym at a Fairtex gym. So if you ordered gloves, if you ordered a bag, I was stuffing the bags back there, and I was sending you hand wraps, you know, and you know, if you were my friend, I might send you a little extra, you know. Anyways, I worked for them. And then eventually I transitioned to coaching, like a lot of people, you know. But
so you're coaching full time when you were fighting too?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. And again, like, to me, like, when you're a young man and you don't have a wife, you don't have kids, you don't have much, like, it's not it wasn't that much of a challenge, right? Like, what, I got to pay rent, you know, have some food. Like, you know, I'd sleep in a car if I could, you know. I didn't care. I just loved to train, you know. But you know, we just had a room with Jake lived with me. A couple of my other wrestler friends lived with me. We had a great time. It was like some of the best years of my life, you know. But yeah, just like a coach and pursuing my fight career, you know. And
that didn't really mess with you? Because I feel like, you know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, man, I was at an event in New Mexico, and the guy was a welder. He ran his own gym, and he was also, and he had a wife and kids, And he was also trying to be a professional fighter. Obviously, his record wasn't on the winning side. He had like a losing percentage, like, you know, probably was like 1-4 or 2-4, something like that.
Sure.
And I told him, I was like, dog, I was like, you got a successful gym. Fuck this fighting shit. I said, I guarantee you put 5 years into your gym instead of 5 years and trying to be the best fighter that you could be. I guarantee you're gonna be a lot happier if you put more effort into the gym, because you think about, like, his gyms are successful, puts 5 years into that, and he opens up a couple of locations like you have.